Yeah, bro.
Panning.
If it wasn't for me
Fucking panning.
producing this podcast, there'd be no clips. There would be no video.
Oh my God, you're talking like
There'd be no audio.
Can't do it.
Are you gonna play a song, or are we going no song today?
Oh my, I got a song for you, bitch ass. I fucking love this song. I need this louder. You just get your shit together. Okay.
Alright. What is this?
Fred again, he's on the tear right now,
Dude,
buddy.
Fred again is what everyone talks about.
Right? Fuck, Fred again. This one?
Oh, I know this song. This is on Instagram.
When Skepta drops in.
Who?
You ready?
Oh!
Guy can't even hit a
Bro,
drop.
I got no rhythm.
Holy shit. Guy can't even hit a drop.
This is very loud. This is my classic move. Right here.
I hope that's not your classic move. What the fuck is that? Is that a turtle coming out of its shell? What's that? What is that one? What is that one? Are you juking a grandmother? What is that? Yeah. Not gonna get me in the produce aisle, bitch. Ah, fuck. All right. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode number 10 of the True Potential Podcast. Hit him with it.
Double hands.
Yeah, my man.
Now I have to start going like, what do I have to do now? Like,
yeah, I don't know how you're gonna do more numbers. Yeah, I don't know if we can do that.
maybe I'll just get a sign, like a whiteboard.
Oh, just be like, number 11. That's actually a good idea. And on that note, part of what we're gonna talk about today, as we hit episode 10, is segments.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have no idea what we're doing today.
Well, hey, we're gonna wing it. But we need to talk about segments. We need the fans of the True Potential Podcast to send us some segments that we can do. Because I think we have lots of fun. I think we talked a little bit about doing some stuff with music and some other like this or that, and we'll play around with some of that stuff today. But overall, like, yeah, what are some stuff and segments you guys want us to talk about? What do you want to hear us do more of? What did you like in the past? We're gonna do a special episode to end off the year in a couple weeks for Christmas, so that's gonna be exciting.
Christmas banger.
Oh, Christmas banger? Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I do want to say, before we get into all this, one, I'm very happy. The Lions won last night.
Oh, that's why you're decked out in your gear.
It's a big game. If they lost, probably not making the playoffs.
Probably not leaving my house this weekend.
So I was able to successfully sleep last night.
Good, I'm happy for you.
I also do want to say thank you to you.
Sure.
For providing me with this lovely jersey.
Yes, sir.
There's one thing, I'm going to give you some flowers, bro. There's one thing that I've appreciated about you since we've, started to become friends.
Yeah.
Is that you're very thoughtful and intentional with the people in your life. And it's not only me, because you've given me some nice things that are very intentional and well thought out, like the bear thing that you gave me, this jersey. You've given me another jersey before for no reason, really, like, other than you are a good person. But I've seen you do it with other people in your life as well, and I think that's really cool. And I think you probably don't realize how much of an impact that has on other people in your life. So I just want to let you know that is very much appreciated.
Yeah, dude, thank you. I mean, I have to give credit to my other friends that I've had. Like, I'll say Jesse and I'll say Nick. Both of those people. People that know me know those people. I want to say them by name. Like, those people are always just have been so giving to me, as two that I can think of off the top of my head. I've also just been raised that way. My father's very giving as well too, especially when it came to financial stuff, covering dinners and doing this stuff. And I think a well-timed, dinner for someone, or a well-timed little gift that's not too expensive, but just can make someone's week, goes a long way. And so I think the thing is, though, you can't do that for everybody. You can't, this is why having a close circle, people you go to, you're going to go to bat for and your loyal groups, that's important, because you can't just extend everything to everybody all the time. I try to give to most people, but yeah, your core group, man, you really want to keep them close and you really want to show them love. So yeah, no, I thank you for giving me my flowers, but it's just, I've noticed how that's made me feel in key times. And I look back on especially as we go into Christmas, I look back on gifts that I get from people, and the ones that are thoughtful and the ones that, or just like have that little Connor flair, and they know that about me. I love those. Like that hits more. So.
Yeah, and I think that is what I was getting at is like, the intention and the thought that goes behind it is what I appreciate the most. Like, as much as I love the Lions and like I love this jersey, I think the bear thing that you got me, albeit like a little piece of plastic, the timing of that, and when we were watching that show, the impact that show had on me during that time and us during that time, and then for you to like, for no other reason other than just being a good friend, get that, I think that's cool. And I think what
was your birthday?
Yeah.
Technically, it was like timed.
Yeah, well, okay, whatever. I forgot.
No other reason. He just came out 1 month.
Okay, well, I forgot it was my birthday.
This is your birthday.
Don't ruin the shit, bro. Okay?
No, man. It's still super
and what I was gonna
thoughtful.
say, because there's some good wisdom here, and then we can get on to the fun stuff. Because I know every time I start saying some philosophical shit, this guy's like, "Oh, we need more of the fun side of you. We need you to crack jokes. We need your humor." It's like, bro, let me fucking talk,
We need you to dance,
and then I will have some fun.
All right.
What I was going to say is I think what I've started to realize and what people underestimate is how good it makes you feel when you do that for other people. So not only are you giving something to someone that makes them feel good and cared about, you also get positive feelings about expressing those things to other people, and it goes two ways. And I think that's really cool. And it doesn't always even have to be a gift. Something that I like to do, and I've been actually doing this year, and it's been really fun to start doing it, is like I'm writing Christmas cards to the people that I care about and writing some thoughtful things in there. And even just me writing those cards right now, I haven't even given them out, has made me feel great. So there's two factors there that's really cool. And like if you're not in a great spot, if you're struggling a little bit, one of the best things to do is like go spread some love to someone else.
Yeah, man, the thought and a little written word is nice. Like people want to hear the words.
Yeah, even though my
themselves.
printing is horrendous.
Yeah, but whatever. It goes a long way. I don't think we tell. And you've been doing this. So also, guys, shout out to the Dig Deep Club for hitting 100 members.
Yeah.
That's been a goal.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, the Dig Deep Club on Instagram. That's my little channel.
I tell Dalton this all the time, and he doesn't necessarily always believe me, but when 100 people stay in a group where you post pretty much daily, they believe what you say has value. Yeah. So obviously you're doing something that is valuable to people, and they appreciate it. And you have lots of moments, and again, he probably won't share them all, but he has lots of moments where people come up to him and thank him for all the things that he says. And I think, as we all know, if any of you put stuff out on social media or just put yourself out there in general, being vulnerable is not an easy thing. So this guy does an extremely good job passing your flowers back about being vulnerable and just giving his insights to the world in an effort to help people. And now he's got his cat involved, so that's going a long way. So
yeah, bro,
it's just better content for everybody now.
Totally. But
congratulations to you, man, because 100's like fantastic.
No, I do appreciate that, and I'm trying to get better at like celebrating the wins and highlighting those things, and that's why I posted on Instagram today. And I never got into any of this content stuff or posting for like the views and the subscribers, and obviously that is like a metric that gives you like some sense of like what you're saying is attractive, but like for me it's always just been an opportunity for me to share my journey, my experiences, and honestly it's super cathartic for me, and I encourage people to share their story or get their story out of their head, whether it's like you write it in a journal, whether you record it, a podcast that you never put out. I have endless voice notes on my phone that have not seen the light of day, of me just talking about things and trying to get thoughts and trying to get these concepts out of my head. And then sometimes, and what I'm trying to do now is just share them more, because what I've realized is like I'm probably not the only one thinking about this, and then when I share it, it's like I feel better about it because I got it out of my head. And then if someone is relating to that in any way and it helps them, like that's cool. And I think that is like the positive of social media.
Using it for a positive benefit, but also I told you this earlier, I've been talking with ChatGPT lately, and that's been going great. So
it's your new therapist.
My new therapist or best friend, like realistically. It's just nice to have a riff back and forth, and they kind of...
What's the last thing you asked Chat?
Oh, what's the last thing you asked Chat? The last thing I asked Chat was just how to get me a girlfriend, realistically. I was like...
What did it say?
It said, well, Connor, let's first start off with your situation. So you've been single too long. You're kind of a red flag. Like, no, man. In all seriousness, it's just like everyday things. Like, and it can just be an easy go back and forth. Like on a certain situation that you might be overthinking, you might be able to just put in your feelings and just kind of say, here's what I'm kind of feeling like anxiety-wise, etc. Because like having the ability to access something like that actually is like funny, right? So. I don't know. It's just been
I was
fun.
just looking at
Wild.
what
did you last?
Dude, I got
Here's a segment. What did you last ask ChatGPT? We just found it. Hit me. Don't skip fucking 3 or 4.
I have a lot. I'll pick a couple.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
There's some I don't want to share. Wine pairing for gnocchi.
Okay.
Why men have nipples.
Gnocchi?
Gnocchi. Why men have nipples.
got that
You ever
right.
thought about that?
Why men have nipples? Like from a biology standpoint?
Yeah.
Because we don't breastfeed?
Yeah.
Got it. Sure. What is it? What's the reason? What did Chad say to you?
It said men have nipples because everyone starts with the same anatomical templates. Nipples form before gender.
Interesting.
It also said that it's like can be like it's a sensitive area and can feel good.
Right, arousal.
Yeah.
For sex.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we all come back around.
Yeah, it all comes back around.
Rub your erogenous zones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, we could add a segment called Dalton's
Hopeless
Kinks.
romantic explanation.
Hopeless romantic? What is that? Hopeless romantic? What do you mean?
Like, what is a hopeless romantic?
Right, do you self-identify as a hopeless romantic?
I think a little bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why? What makes you a hopeless romantic?
I just think I don't know. Maybe I should read what it says.
I just think what? What were you going to say? You've opened this can of worms. You said, should we get more personal as we go into season 2? Well, here we go.
I just think I like a good romance story, bro.
Well, who doesn't? Okay, off the top of your head, best rom-com. Like first couple that come to your mind.
Along Came Polly.
Wow. With Ben Stiller?
That's the first one
Brother.
that just came into my head.
Oh my god, the only couple parts I remember, doesn't she have a ferret?
Yeah.
Okay, she has a ferret. The guy, make it rain, doing the basketball thing.
Yeah.
What does he
50
say?
First Dates.
50 First Dates is good. With Adam Sandler. Okay, fun fact about 50 First Dates. My first date, movie date, was at 50 First Dates.
Okay.
And luckily I have my memory, so I remembered it, and I get to keep that. I don't have to relive that first date all the time. But
that's a good movie.
Yo, great date too. I think I got a smooch at the end of that date, to be honest. I think I got a smooch, full smooch.
On the first date?
Mm-hmm. It was like grade 6 or something.
Grade 6.
So that's huge. Pulling a smooch on the first date is absolutely massive.
In grade 6.
Yeah.
I had no...
You had no wheels on that?
Dude, the wheels were being weighed down heavily by my load.
God. What?
How fat I was, bro.
Got it.
I had
All
no
right.
game.
Don't throw load around when we're talking relationships. Like, you need to be... You need to be specific.
Dude. Okay, when I reframe, I was not kissing any girls in grade 6.
Right, because you're load.
Yeah. That was a wide load.
Brother, oh my god, I'm gonna pop a fucking lung. All right, other movies. I got to say none as you were just ripping through. Ooh, fuck. The Ugly Truth. Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. Isn't that the relationship you want?
That's a good one. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's Mila?
Because it's Justin.
Is that how you say it?
I was literally talking to somebody about this the other day. I was in university, and they're going around their room, and they go, and this girl's sitting next to me, and she says, they go, who's your celebrity crush? And she says, a guy. And I'm sitting there, fuck, what celebrities do I really like? And then they hit me, and they go, oh, Justin Timberlake. And everybody looks at me, and I'm like, oh, no, I mean, like, I just like his music, and he's dope. Oh, I see what you were asking. Yeah. And then I had to, like, quickly think of a girl. Jessica Biel, though, and that's why I love them. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Like Seventh Heaven? Oh.
Ooh. Good
yeah,
job.
man. Seventh Heaven. Okay, so
One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill. So I got a really nice DM from an old friend of mine, and she was like, "You still just remind me of Lucas Scott," and that hit me deep. That is like huge praise.
Wow.
Lucas Scott.
I can see that.
That's how you carry yourself. She said, the basketball thing,
you're
poetic.
Kind of like poetic. Yes. Soft.
I'm kind of I'm a little soft as well. Lucas is a little soft.
Yeah.
Kind of what'd you call yourself?
Hopeless romantic.
Hopeless romantic. I always was, man. I used to love watching like The Notebook and shit. Those are good movies.
Yeah, bro. I love writing letters.
I'm not going to build you a whole house, right? It's 2025.
I'll write you a letter, though.
I'll write you a damn good letter about building a home together, maybe in the future. But I'm not building it myself. Also, because I just physically can. If anybody knows me, I'm not handy. Like my muscle is all show muscle. Right, it's not usable.
All for show.
Yeah, I'm all for show, aesthetics. Me picking something up and drilling it into a wall, Probably not. Probably just going to be there supervising, saying, "That's the spot.
Yeah, that's just,
Let me design the room. Let's
Yeah,
not put.
yeah.
Let me not ask me to put things up."
Yeah.
Yo, that's good. Rom-com movies, man. Chat, chat, dude. So let's talk a little bit about 2026, because I think that's what we're coming up on. I've had it in my brain a lot this month. We just hit December. It's been a crazy year. Like when you think back about this year and what it was for you, what are some highlights? What are some maybe lowlights, things you want to chat about and just kind of talk about? What do you think about when you think about 2025?
2025 was a good year. A lot of learning lessons for me. I think I've grown quite a bit this year. Some good highlights I would say is like my physical pursuits this year were really, really fun. Brought me a lot of joy. We've talked about this on other episodes, like kind of the shift I've made in my mindset around that.
Yeah.
And I think I learned a lot this year about what it means to reframe your mind on how you approach those things, like getting injured, and then it actually taught me that like there's more that I love about training and physical pursuits than just actually doing it myself. Like when I was injured, I couldn't do what I wanted to do, so I switched to like how do I help the people around me, which I realize is like a big part of who I am, like serving other people. So being able to like create content for Will and do all that kind of stuff, I kind of shifted my mind to that, and it brought me a lot of joy and made me realize that I actually like doing that more than even just like competing myself.
Isn't it crazy though, like that was the beginning of last year for you?
Yeah, it was like October.
Yeah, October going into the new year.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so much time can pass. 12 months is a long time, 365 days. Like,
and it seems like just like not that long ago that I wasn't running, you know, because I was injured and like making that mindset shift and working through that.
And you
mentally.
remember it.
And, yeah, for sure.
But man, like it's incredible how much can change, how much can change for the better.
Totally.
How you can work through things over time. Like it feels when you're in the weeds of it, right?
Yeah.
When you were injured for that period of time,
yeah,
it just feels low and you feel stuck.
Yeah.
But you know, get 4 months removed and things start to brighten up, and then you like, you know, slowly push yourself more and more.
Yeah, and just being able to like train for high rocks and do that whole thing. So a lot of like really positive, great things that came with no actual successful outcomes on any of my physical goals this year, which is
right.
Interesting.
No successful outcomes.
Yeah, like no actually hitting the goals. Like I learned a lot, I gained a lot. Probably the most valuable year from that perspective that had nothing to do with me actually accomplishing any of my outcomes, which is interesting. From a business standpoint,
But you feel good.
I feel good. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I know I'll hit those outcomes. I have no doubts that will come. I'm more joyful with what I'm doing. So I think like I'm at peace with it. I'm a little bit like I want to keep pushing, but like I think that's good. I think it's a good place to come from.
Yeah, I think we both talked about this as we get into December, because I think this is important. I was talking about it on social media a couple days ago. I think you just need to be consistent in December sometimes. Like if you're really kind of at your end as far as the year and you need a break and the holidays will give you that time frame, like don't think of it so much like I got to grind to the end of this year, because I'm trying not to do that. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take 2 weeks off at the end of this year, and that's a huge step for me because I kind of always go. But getting yourself a little bit of space from things, you don't have like a specific goal, hard driven goal right now physically like you have had, right? Yeah. You have other goals, but you're kind of just being good at things still, staying consistent and just letting it kind of ride until like that stuff opens back up.
Yeah, in the past.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, in the past for me, every time this time frame comes, like December, I feel the way that I'm feeling right now, which is like I'm a little bit tired. I push myself throughout the summer. Fall is usually when I'm like, you know, really trying to go for my goals. Then December comes, and you know, the year, the business year is coming to an end. My physical pursuits are coming to an end, and I feel very like time to actually chill and wind down a little bit, but I would always fight against that.
Right.
And now I'm learning like, oh, this is just a time of year for me where like in December, it's like, I'm still going to be doing my thing. I have goals that I'm working towards. I'm still in the gym. I'm still doing my requirements for like business and life and all that stuff, but I'm not like burning the match, because the match has already been burnt. And I like to take a little bit of time off over the holiday, which is like good to kind of reset me for like, you know, January, and then like kind of get back into the flow of things. So that's definitely something that I'm really trying to focus on this year for sure.
I think it's important to give yourself space so you can plan a little bit, so you can have some intention going into the new year. So you can kind of get you can assess everything that's going on and see what's right for me. What should I really switch? Like, we get so caught in the rat race and every day is like so quick, and that's when, we get stressed and flustered and mistakes happen or things go the wrong way. Like, so getting space from your again, that whole thing is good. The other thing we've talked about too is when we take too much space, we can fall off or fall into a bad little spiral on not doing things. And I think that's why what I encourage, especially for my clients, is just keep up with your regular routine, right? So if you're training 3 to 4 days a week over the holidays, and maybe the week of Christmas you trained once or twice, that's fine. Next week is the key week where you just pick it back up, because it's not about it looking perfect. You might be tired, you might be a little hungover from some fun, but it's just showing up and checking the box, because sometimes that just keeps you in the flow state until your brain and body are ready to like go at it again and kind of pursue things. So
Totally.
One thing that's really helped me, and I do want to shout this out. So Muscle 5 is another product by Stay Above Nutrition. It's fantastic. I've been sharing this with a lot of my clients. A couple different reasons why. It's 40 grams of protein per scoop. It has casein protein in it as well, which is not common.
Slow release.
Slow release, exactly. It also has vitamin D in it, and it also has 3 milligrams, right, of creatine.
I would say 3 grams.
Oh, why do I always do that? Yeah, 3 grams of creatine in it as well. So we're kind of just checking all the boxes. But again, for my clients, like trying to hit that protein number over the holidays is tough, right? We start getting inconsistent with our food choices, and I've just told people, like, throw a scoop of this because it chops up really well in water.
Wake up, bam.
Yeah.
40 G's.
Or you're not sure when you're going to get home, take it with you, put it in a cup, fill it up with water, drink it. It's so easy. 40 grams of protein, right? Protein, again, going to keep you satiated, right? Going to help you hit that goal, going to help you recover. Right? Protein goal is what I'm referring to. Like, this is key. So products like these help a lot. Stay Above Nutrition is fantastic. So I want to shout out Muscle 5 today as we hit up episode 10.
How many grams of creatine do you take in a day?
I take, I'm actually on about 8 now, because I usually have just taken the 5 grams scoops, and then I'm taking this as well, so it's giving me 8. So I wanted to get up to 10, but I don't like taking too much all at once. So I just try to space it out through the day because my stomach kind of feels a little off, but that's just me. I don't know. And again, with creatine too, the first little bit you take it, like, you want to just kind of monitor. You're gonna retain a little more water. It's gonna, your stomach might have to get used to it. So, but it's a fantastic supplement.
Oh yeah.
And if you can just get in your protein, it just makes it so much easier.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Realistically, so another fantastic product. So going into 2026, Mr. Leno, what are you thinking about? What's starting to come up for you that you're interested in pursuing or just excited about, and why?
To be honest, man, I really haven't thought about it at all.
That's fair.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much. I usually will like sit down, I like have a little bit of a process that I go through, like that I've done probably the last couple of years that has been helpful for me, where I kind of just like review the kind of different goals I set out for different parts of my life, see what I hit, what I didn't hit, and then I'll like reset goals, and usually a lot of times I'll create like a word for the year.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I don't even know what the word for this year was. I should try and find it.
Oh, you don't know?
For 2025, no, I don't remember.
Oh, I'd be interested in that.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
But I haven't thought about it really. And partially to the tune of like what I've been saying, where I'm just kind of trying to like get through the rest of December, get to like the break. Like I'm still not quite in that mode yet.
Yeah. I think like being generally mentally or physically fatigued from a year of just kind of pursuits is okay, right?
Totally.
And that's what happens.
And I'll have things,
Yeah. It's just like old you would have stressed about not having stuff prepared or kind of thinking about it or whatever. So this is just a good frame of reference.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Did you find it?
So the year of 2025.
What's the word of the year?
2025 will be the year of serving.
Oh, interesting. Did you end up getting a serving job? Or
it's kind of funny that is, because what the hell did I do?
What restaurant?
A lot of my stuff had to be that.
No, I think that's smart.
And then I had a Kobe quote.
Oh, what's your Kobe quote? Hit me.
Definition of greatness is to inspire people next to you.
Interesting.
I want to focus, and I wrote this. I want to focus on how I can help serve better to bring out the best in my relationships and businesses, putting others first before myself.
Okay. So as you read that out loud, do you feel like you did a good job at that?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you did too.
I think it's probably
personal.
The best time, best year that I've done that, for sure. Do you want to hear some like goals that I set up?
And 100 followers. On the dig deep. Yep.
500 subscribers on the Movement YouTube channel.
Okay, what do you got?
Not gonna hit that. 3 something, I think.
Okay, get subscribing, folks. He needs it.
2K followers on my IG.
2K on your IG? Yeah. Okay, folks, really bring it home. He really needs help with that one. What are you at? 1,800?
No, God,
Hold on.
no.
So sorry, I thought you said these are not important. It's all about just the impactful message, but then you're reading up all these goals.
Yeah, so here's the thing, and I've shared this before. You need external goals to drive you forward. We need a framework to put
KPIs.
things out. Within that, you have to approach it in a productive way. And for me, the productive way is that I'm creating for me. I'm creating because I like the things that I'm creating. I'm sharing my process. I'm sharing the things I'm going through. And by proxy of that, if I gain followers, that's cool.
Totally. I was also going to add, like, I think, and we've talked about this too, like, especially when we talk about the podcast, the more people that watch it and us caring about the numbers in some fashion, the more people see it. So like if we can make the clips better and we can make some of the content better and we can have fun with segments, some of the philosophical messages, some of the real like, you know, lightning bolt messages that help change people's lives and impact them that way will just be more received.
Yeah, of course.
So like it's one about us having fun, 2 about, you know, just everybody enjoying it, but then 3 it's like how do we help more people enjoy it?
Totally.
We'll be our authentic selves always, but yes, like you said, you have to have a guiding star a little bit.
There's got to be something, right?
You got to push a little bit.
But like I was saying, I'm run a sub 3-hour marathon. Go sub 110 high rocks. Didn't do it. I didn't hit any of these goals.
Yo, but the cool thing, so here, this is important. The cool thing is you have pursued these because a lot of people write down goals for 2026 and they look at them and go, shit, I didn't even do that.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't even train for that. I wanted to do blah, 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 and I didn't even like show up to do it. You just showed up to do it.
I wrote, this is funny to look back, bro.
Yo, this is great.
I wrote this, create moments of joy within the focus of moving my life forward.
Well, explain that to everyone about what that means to you, because like if that's big, why?
Well, it's just interesting because like we've talked about a lot of this stuff on the podcast where like I've tried to focus more on the moments and the joy within the moments, the joy within the moments of the pursuits of the things that I'm doing. And one thing I've shared on my Instagram before, and I've shared it on the podcast before, where it's like I've hit this level of like where I'm doing everything that I want to be doing. Like Chris Williamson had this great quote, and I'm not going to say the quote because I'll botch it, but he talks about this idea of like you are now doing the goals that you put out 5 years prior to this. You've accomplished all of those, and like now you have the next thing. And for me, it was like I remember 5-6 years ago, I wrote out all these things that I wanted to be doing on a daily basis. Like what did my life look like, and what brought me, like what that was. And I'm doing all of those things right now in this moment. So like, what's the point of like constantly trying to like push more and more and more and focus so much on moving the goalpost when I know that I'm always going to move the goalpost? And why not focus more on the joy of the moments within that? Because I know that I'm going to hit the goals that I want to hit in my business. I know I'm going to hit it in like the family goals I have for my life. I know that those things will happen. It's just the type of person that I am, and I truly believe that. Like when I say those things, like I'm not just saying it to like manifest it. Like I believe it because I know the person that I've become. But I was so focused on those things that I wasn't enjoying the joy of the moments that I was having. And like, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, and you talked about that a couple podcasts ago or last podcast. And that's been the, you know, consistent theme you spoke on. So it's cool that
this is why you got to write stuff down.
I agree with you.
Because you don't even realize when you put it on there, it's like, I wrote this, and honestly, I go back to this occasionally, but I haven't gone back to it in a long time. Even just writing it down gets it into the fucking universe.
Right.
And then as long as you're like, doing the things, man, like you start doing these things. You start fucking actually.
Even if you just send it to ChatGPT, it's gonna hold it to you accountable every single day as you chat with it more. But no, man, it's really cool to see this. Okay, what else you got on there?
Get my body weight down to 190.
What did you get to?
I got to like 190, 192 at High Rocks. I'm probably like, I haven't weighed myself since High Rocks. I've been.
None of that shit that we just did was on there.
No, it was on there 30 minutes.
No, that came up a little bit like
how long ago?
Like we didn't get any of the shit we just had riffing about how you're gonna fucking leave me.
Okay, well then they don't have to know that I'm gonna leave you.
Well, no, we need to talk about this again. I'm getting emotional. This guy just breaks it to me that he's had all these offers to go on another podcast. I won't pay him. It's all coming together. It's all lining up. I understand what's going on. You're gonna hold me to like a big contract offer. This is gonna break me.
It's all business.
What? Oh, shit. I'm signing you for 3 seasons. We're gonna get that in writing somewhere.
Okay. 2026
tattooed
goals
on your ankle.
for you.
2026,
Get me signed.
2026. Oh fuck, can't even speak. 2026 goals. Sign Dalton Lano to a contract. How much guaranteed?
I'm not going to tell you.
If you get injured, I can cut you.
I'm not going to get injured.
What if it's like a brain injury
Okay.
and like you can't perform? Like I have to cut you.
Okay, fine. We can
Right?
put that in the contract.
Brain injury, remove.
Yeah.
I need to continue on.
That's fair. You can replace.
This is a huge
You can
part of
replace
my-
me. You can replace me if that happens.
All right, brain injury is the stipulation in the contract.
Yeah.
Amazing. You want to go through any more of that?
That's good.
2026.
That's
you nailed it. Yeah, that was really great. I'm glad that came up because I didn't expect any of that. So I want to talk about a few things because I think going into 2026, like one thing I need to work on, and we talked about it earlier, and I just think it's the overarching theme of what I'm trying to work through is like a little bit of that perfectionism kind of thing. Like you said it, you're going to constantly move the goalpost, but I think I still just move it like weekly. Like it's almost like there's always something to do, especially when you're just running your own business or whatever. And again, I imagine that's what people feel like when they're parents, when they're, in their careers. You just feel so tied to just trying to be the best you can be. And like, I think one thing I've realized is you have to really let go of like failure. Like you have to like almost assume that it might happen. Like you might mess up somewhere, you might drop the ball somewhere. And you said it in your cat video earlier this week. It's like, I can still be happy and drop the ball. And like two emotions can exist at once. It's just the hardest thing. Because it's easier to beat yourself up to pursue, like to push harder. It's easier to beat yourself up, carry guilt, do all that stuff to like, then say, okay, I'm gonna be better and like almost punish yourself. Like what'd you say to me earlier? You deserve that. Like, it's just like you get that thing in your brain where it's like, oh, you deserve that. You dropped the ball. You didn't, like you will, like you're just going to. But more, the goal there needs to be, why did I drop the ball? What is actually not serving me? What is in my life that maybe isn't fitting? Where do I need to get more space? How do I need to approach the rest of my year or change something for this month to fix kind of what's going on in my life where balls do get dropped? Because the ball dropping is as a result of something else, right? So I don't know, I think that's a good message for people as they go into 2026. Go get some space before the end of the year. Like go by yourself somewhere, sit in a coffee shop. Like go, like get some space for 4 hours. Start writing things down like you talked about. Just to kind of start to conceptualize and think, or just let it come to you about like what's not working. And maybe everything is, and maybe you're in a good place. And maybe that's just the A-type people we are, where it's like we're constantly thinking of what we can do better. And again, that's kind of what we're speaking on. But I think the other fact is we're all a little bit stressed out at times, and the holidays add to that. So it's a good time to kind of recalibrate and say, shit, what do I actually want to accomplish for myself? What's that reoccurring theme or conversation or thing that's going to make me feel better about me and put me on the right path, so that I can have a successful year and a successful rest of my life, right? So what are your thoughts on all those things?
Yeah, I think like it's less about adding more and more about refining, especially like with people who are like driven and have like type A personalities, like kind of like how I would describe myself. It's like I've learned that it's less about adding more into your life or what I can do better and how I can refine the things that I'm already doing. Because what you end up realizing is you just end up writing down a lot of the same shit. I look back at notebooks from like 3-4 years ago and I'm like, oh yeah, there's the same thing. It's like I need to refine on how I can get better at that.
Do you mind sharing like one of those things? What's one that you wrote down a couple years? Because I think that's the thing that people struggle with. They do resolutions, and that's kind of what we're talking about.
Well, I want to hit on another thing on that point, but yes, what would something be that I would have wrote down a couple years ago that still shows up? Probably communicating the hard things that may result in conflict. I think I shied away from that a lot in my life. I used to beat myself up pretty bad for that.
Yeah.
I would say I've done the best I've ever done in the last probably 6 to 7 months of my life with that.
Yeah, you're getting really good at that.
Both expressing positive things to other people about how I'm feeling, but also like not being afraid to like express things that might result in some confliction. So that's one thing that I would write down a lot. And then, so it's like things like that where it's like you just got to refine the things, like instead of trying to add new things. And I think sometimes when you're trying to add new things, you run away from the actual fucking real things that you need to focus on. Totally. Which that's a big thing for me that I need to focus on, and I'm going to continue to need to focus on. So that's an example of like refining.
Yeah, I think that's really smart. But one thing I want to touch on with what you said about the conflict thing, a couple things. So when you use certain words to describe something that's happening to you, watch what you use, right? Not like you right now, but people do this a lot, and I've just been really noticing. Because people will use the word conflict for something that I would describe more as friction. And you are going to have friction. You are going to have these moments that maybe there's a little bit of heat because we're having a disagreement here, and we just need to work through it, and then it becomes smooth again. Conflict, it's like a fucking clap to me, and it's like we're really going like this. And I think that's kind of where we get to, where we start to build this stuff in our head, like I don't want to have this conversation or this, or I'm worried about this, and then you don't have those little friction conversations, and it becomes fucking conflict, and it claps you in the side of the head and knocks you on your ass sometimes, and you go, oh fuck, and then you spiral, and then that's when your world kind of shuts down, and all the other stresses of life go on top of you.
Very true, bro.
Right? Yeah. It's like a 3XL sweater just smothering you.
Yeah. But it's like if you just like address that friction, and oftentimes that friction is not that big of a deal, and it ends up being something that ends up being great for both parties involved.
The other person might be thinking it. The other thing, but going back to that wording stuff, right? I've watched this a lot, and I listen to it with clients, and I tried to like slowly stop people, but like when you use the word, I'm suffering from X, or I am, again, you could say I'm depressed when you're actually feeling like sad about something, like. I'm not saying you're not these things, but you need to really use the right definition, like for what you're feeling. Because if you start to stack emotions with this narrative, it will feel heavier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I am suffering from this, right? You had an injury, like last year.
Yeah.
It really threw you off.
Yeah.
And it was awful, and at times you'd be like, I'm suffering from an injury. Are you suffering? I'm dealing with an injury, I'm going through something, right? All these little changes in the words you use mean there's gonna be an end. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, it'll come. I'm doing all this other service to others, all these other positive things to actually get there, and I can be happy, one emotion, while I'm in a little bit of pain, discomfort, not happy all the time, right? Happy sometimes, not happy sometimes, right? And you just start to push this one up with service to others, other things that fill you up, and you keep this one low. My training's not the greatest. Like, I can't quite do what I want to do. I'm still training a little bit. Oh, it's getting better. Oh, now we're just, you know what I mean? You ride the wave back up. So I think it's really important for people to think about the words they use, because I watch a lot of people, especially on social media, and I watch this in general when people talk, they just take these words they hear from videos and this thing, and this is traumatic and that's traumatic, and this is blah blah blah. Like, watch the words you place onto things, because you want to be particular and specific with yourself, because the words you're using are the narratives in your head.
Totally.
Right? And that is a constant loop.
Totally.
So if you have a constant loop of pain, suffering, depression, right? Traumatic, there are things that are those things. But if the loop is constantly, I'm feeling judgment of this person, I'm angry at this, I'm like, and again, negative, it stacks. So I think a lot of like success people can have is when they hit, again, friction in life. Don't make it bigger. Don't make it into conflict. Don't make it into all these things, right? So you can work through it. The other thing, we talked about friendships, right? And you and I have just, again, built a huge bond this year. I've gotten a lot closer with a lot of my friends just by loving and, and giving them time and gifts and trying to show them, like, when I love them and make sure I devote time to them. I think the best friendships I have in my life, man, are the ones where I know I can disagree with someone. Like, I know you and I can disagree because we've just had enough conversations where we've pushed into the friction. And you can have an opinion and I can have an opinion, and it's all love after. And we text and we make a joke after, and I can say, hey, here are my feelings on this. And you can say, hey, I feel you. No problem. Let's just work through it. Let's figure out another option. Right? Or actually, here's my boundary on this. Again, don't want to overuse that word, but sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
I actually can't do that. But like, dude, we're so good. I want to go do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That is key. I only want to be around people that can work with me like that.
Yeah, that's key.
That's my opinion. I don't know what you have to say about that. You watch me go on there.
No, you're saying a lot of good stuff. I'm laughing because like you said something the other day where I was like, this motherfucker.
What would I say?
You said something to me like, bro, you got to learn how to self-regulate yourself.
I said to you?
Yeah, and I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Well, this is the thing. I think,
I'm like, yeah, you're right, bro. I do.
I think this is the thing, because I was sitting here. I had a rough day today. Like, and I was sitting here with you, and I can hear you being supportive, and then I can hear you chop the legs out of my stupidity at times.
Yeah.
Because I can send myself into a negative loop.
Yeah.
And you are chopping out.
And
the
sometimes
negative.
you just need that like one thing that hits you, and you're like,
for sure.
Yeah.
But I know that it's love, respect,
Yeah.
care on the other end.
Yeah.
It's like, you're just there for me, and we're there for each other, right? In different moments, at lows, highs, etc. And I still think of you the same way. There is no judgment associated with my opinion of what you're going through in the current. When I say self-regulate, like, it's a hard thing. I deal with it too. But I'll just say to you, like, sometimes, yeah, we need to do that. And you just said it to me today too, though. I voice noted you this week because I was just going through a thing, and you were like, it just sounds like you need to vent, man. So like, I get it.
Yeah.
And that was me, again, attempting to self-regulate in a safe space, which we've established.
Yeah.
So when I say that to you, I obviously do it out of care, but that's what you need. That's the friends and family you want around. And we don't abuse each other with it. And sometimes I go to someone else, and sometimes you go to someone else, but we have to have multiple people. But again, like, that's what life, it requires of us.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
We're going to go through tough friction things, and we need to kind of express those. And worst case, if, Dalton's not available, I just talk to ChatGPT. I've expressed this. So like,
it's probably better.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to say, and we could probably maybe wrap up on this, getting close.
Yeah. Or are my feet too far away for you to tap them? Or
no,
what?
but I think this is good because you're hitting on something that I think, and I don't know about you at all, so it would be interesting.
Oh yeah, deep dive.
But you're talking about perfectionism and how to manage these things, and I think people should think less this year about fucking writing down New Year's resolutions. And I'm all about New Year's resolutions. I'm all about setting goals for the year. But if you have not taken the time to establish what your values and your standards are for your life and your personal philosophy, you need to fucking do that first. Because it doesn't matter about all the other things if you don't have that locked in. And this takes time, and I've worked hard on this. I spent years doing this.
Yep.
And I have a list of standards for myself, and I have a personal philosophy for myself, and that is the filter that you use for all of these things that you're talking about. So it's like, when you're like, oh, am I doing the right things, or you make a mistake or you fail, you reflect on your standards. Have you held your standards? If you held all your standards and you still failed, so be it. What can I learn from it? If you held all your standards, if you didn't hold your standards and you fucked up on something and it cost you, you then reflect and be like, oh, I'm not holding my standards. I need to tighten this up.
Yeah.
And then that's how you have success with all of these things that aren't going well, or if you're a perfectionist, because you're reflecting and you're making decisions and you're doing things based on that versus the actual external outcome. So the external outcome ends up not really mattering. You still have to fucking face the heat if you don't hit the external outcome, and it's something that you should be doing, maybe in your job or your relationship. But if you're holding the standards, then you just have to know that, like, hey man, sometimes things don't work out. Or if you're not holding the standard, you got to be better. And that's a way better place to operate from. So get clear on that. That is the best thing that I've done for my life.
Yeah, this is great that you brought that up. So I have a folder in my drive, my Google Drive, that's The Adventure of Connor.
Yeah.
And I have my values written out, so I'll read some of my values. So we'll see if I agree with them right now, because I don't think I've looked at this for a little while. Number 1, loyalty and gratefulness. So being grateful and just being loyal to, like, my pursuits, my people, etc. Balancing accountability and self-love. So I have a bad habit of, when I'm trying to be accountable, it's like a harsh way of being accountable. So like, I am like, almost like, I like beat myself up. And I think I've tried to work on, and I think it's important for me to love myself while I'm keeping myself accountable. Like, example, if I drop the ball or something goes on, like, like you're saying, did I drop the ball? Did I try my best? Am I, running myself too thin in XYZ area? Like, yeah, sometimes like I did drop the ball, but it's because of X reason, and it won't change the situation. I can only mend the situation, but I need to self-regulate. I need to realize, like, what do I need to change to fix this so I can take care of myself better? Because I'm not. And that's hard, because I used to just punish myself every time I'd like fuck up. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's fucked. One thing I want to say quickly, because I was thinking about this on the drive. I've tried in my life to realize that not every situation has to have someone at fault. I think a lot of situations are a little bit of people making decisions that, is a ball drop, or just create some conflict? Is them stating what they truly want and you don't, necessarily agree? And so like that's all okay in a spectrum, and we have to remember that like it doesn't have to be this person's at fault. And I am gonna get angry at this person to get over this thing, or I'm gonna get angry at myself to get over this thing. Like you can't operate like that. You have to like love your life and kind of go through all circumstances, loving yourself, still having love for others. Just admitting when things aren't working out and being okay with just letting go of that. But it's like identify that if you're passing fault all the time, you're ultimately going to try to pass fault and judgment to yourself. If you're judging everyone, you're judging you. That's why you judge everyone. If you're passing fault, you're going to fault yourself at some point. So, but if you're loving everyone, you're going to love yourself, right? If you let somebody off the hook, you're going to let yourself off the hook. How you operate in here is how you operate out there. So that's really important. Physical excellence, always pushing and pursuing my potential. So again, I can self-sabotage a little bit on this one, but I think it's just trying to get incrementally better and take care of myself at a high level, and it's important to me. Being authentic, being kind, and trying to be really respectful towards other people. And again, operating from those frameworks. Did I try to do that? Because people won't always perceive me as doing that. Again, I can't always change people's perceptions, and that hurts me.
You need to fucking look at this shit, bro, because...
I do look at this sometimes.
Well, you just said it's been a long time, and we've had some conversations about some circumstances. If you would have looked at that shit the way that you operated, you held your standards, and you get all in your fucking head about it.
Well, that's why this podcast is my favorite thing.
Well, I'm just saying, dude, like, shit.
I'm sharing this with you.
Dude, I'm a little frustrated, okay? Because... This guy,
I'm a little dysregulated right now.
This fucking guy has been doing so fucking good, man. He's been making some good improvements. He's working hard. He's doing the hard work, beating himself up so much. And I'm sitting here on the fucking fly on the wall being like, bro, you're doing good, man. Like, this is good. Like, you're addressing these things. Like, it's not easy, but you're fucking addressing them.
Yeah.
You're doing it. It's like, I think a lot of times we don't give it, we need someone else, or we need to like think about what we're actually doing. We're so fucking hard on ourselves. And I'm saying this because I do it to myself too, but it's like, man, if you are looking in the fucking bear's eyes and you're facing it and you're fucking doing the work, you're on the right path. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to have challenges, but you're facing it, and that facing that is uncomfortable, but it's going to lead to the path that you want. And every time you've done that in the last 3-4 months,
yep,
it's fucking worked out, and it's been the right thing. And it's funny you say this because it's in alignment with all that shit that you've written on that paper.
Well, your stuff was in alignment with what you've been practicing.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. So yeah, write stuff down. Don't listen to what he said, or you don't write stuff down. Write it down. No, man, I get the value framework to then translating to goals. I think the other thing too, bro, is like, you and I have just been doing this for this last year, because that's how I think of 2025. It's been like, honestly, like a, Batman and Robin mission, and like, I'm Batman, just so you know. We have shared so much with each other, dude, that we can have these conversations where you can see all the growth I've had, because I've been vulnerable with you about the things that are really tough or that I've struggled with on a consistent basis. And then you ride with me into the highs too. And you don't hold me back. You're like, okay, ride into this high, I'm with you. Like, and because we can see both sides of that coin, we've just like slowly helped each other get incrementally higher. Dude, it's been beautiful, man.
Yeah, man.
Like,
that's great. I feel the same way.
Yeah, brother, I love you, man. Like, I do genuinely love you.
I appreciate that.
Like,
I love you too, man.
I genuinely love you. Like, we talked about our texting relationship, but we're always just in contact about, our pursuits and our lows at times. And again, sometimes we give the other person space, and I don't share everything with you, but like when it's the right time, I ask you, and I know I could ask you for things if I needed it, and you do the same to me. And it's just, we have this ebb and flow about it's really beautiful. So I'm excited to take that into season 2 of this podcast. Like, I know you're talking to other people about doing podcasts, but I'm excited to take this into season 2.
Hey, bro, I'm ready to be exclusive.
Oh, are you asking me out right now?
I'm ready to be exclusive.
Damn.
What are you? Are you fucking ready?
Dalton?
Get the fuck out of here with this, you motherfucker.
Will you be my podcast partner?
Yeah, we know how that shit goes, bro.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Is that a wrap on a good ass podcast? That's episode 10, baby.
Redo.
All right. I didn't even think about that.